I didn't scream. I didn't punch a wall. I didn't even ask why. I just picked up my keys, walked out the door, and never looked back. Maybe that's what truly broke them, that I didn't give them the explosion they expected. I didn't beg for answers or try to hold together what they had already shattered. I made it easy for them to be together, and even easier for myself to disappear. We had been married for 5 years, together for 7. She was my person. And he was my brother. Blood and vows, both broken, not with a fight, but with a keyboard and a string of late-night messages. It started small. I noticed how easily she laughed with him. How they shared inside jokes I was never a part of. Her phone would light up at midnight with his name. At first, I told myself not to be paranoid. He was my brother. She was my wife. They were just close. Just comfortable. Familiar. But your gut doesn't lie. And once that seed of doubt is planted, it only grows. The night it all came apart, her phone was sitting on the couch. She was in the kitchen, laughing at something I couldn't understand anymore. I didn't mean to check her phone, but I did. Maybe I needed to. I opened their messages and started scrolling. It wasn't innocent. It hadn't been for a long time. There were memories in those texts, ones I was never part of. Plans made while I was at work. Secrets shared. Words no married woman should send to another man, especially not my own brother. And then I saw the message that ended everything. It's easier pretending around him when I know it's you I really want. I put the phone back exactly where I found it. Went upstairs. She was brushing her hair, smiling at me through the mirror like everything was fine. And I just thought, she has no idea she just lost me. I didn't want a confrontation. I didn't want an apology. I wanted space. I packed a small bag, grabbed my wallet, my passport, and left my wedding ring on the table. Then I walked out. No words. No goodbye. I didn't call anyone. Not even my parents. I checked into a cheap hotel that night and just sat on the edge of the bed, staring at the wall, trying to feel something. But anger never came. Just a cold, hollow ache. A quiet kind of heartbreak that weighs more than rage ever could. They didn't just cheat. They didn't just lie. They chose each other over me. Within a week, I moved to a new city. Got a new job. Started over. I didn't block them, but I never answered. Messages came. Missed calls. Emails from mutual friends asking if I was okay. But I wasn't ready to talk. Sometimes, you have to break quietly to survive loudly. A year passed. I rebuilt. I healed. I didn't forget, but I no longer carried their weight. And just when I thought that chapter had ended, I heard a knock at my door. I wasn't expecting anyone. But there they were, my ex-wife and my brother, standing side by side like strangers. Their faces worn. Her eyes tired. He looked older, thinner. Like life had returned the pain they once handed to me. I said nothing. Just stood in the doorway, arms crossed. She spoke first. I know we have no right to be here. But we needed to see you. I didn't move. Then he stepped forward. I messed up, man. I lost my brother. For what? For nothing. I looked at him. Not with hate, just emptiness. She spoke again, her voice unsteady. We're not together anymore. It didn't work. It all fell apart. I realized too late what I destroyed. The silence between us stretched like a canyon. She shifted. He looked down. They had come looking for something, redemption, maybe forgiveness. Maybe they thought they could find a piece of the man I used to be. But I wasn't him anymore. I looked her in the eyes. If it hadn't fallen apart, you wouldn't be here. She blinked, fighting back tears. I turned to him. You didn't just lose me. You lost the right to call me family. He opened his mouth to speak, but I stepped back. Take care of yourselves. That's all I have left to say. Then I closed the door. No yelling. No dramatic final words. No tears. Just the quiet, final sound of a door locking a past behind it. They walked away slowly, carrying the weight of their choices. I stood behind the door, breathing in the silence. And for the first time since they broke me, I felt